A charity organisation has printed Lucky 7 scratchy tickets as a fundraiser for use at 2 special events. The tickets contain 2 panels, as we can see in the diagram below. Each ticket has the same numbers as the sample ticket shown below, arranged randomly and hidden within each panel. A player scratches one section of each panel to reveal a number. The 2 numbers revealed are then added together. If the total is 7 or higher, the player wins a prize. At the first event, 400 tickets are purchased, and a prize is won on 124 occasions. Let P denote the probability that a prize is won. We want to determine the sample proportion of times that a prize is won at the first event. Well, at the first event, we know that there were 124 winners out of 400 tickets. And we can calculate that as approximately 0.31. We want to show the probability of winning a prize is 7 over 24. Now, there are various ways of going about this. One of which would be to use a grid. So I'll just work in this space up here so that we can see everything. And so what we could have in our grid is panel 1 and panel 2. Now, panel 1 has 4 ones, it has 2 twos, and 2 threes. Panel 2 just simply has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we win if we get 7 or more. So those 4 would be winners. And then all of these would be winners as well because we get 7 or more in those locations. And finally, we would get 7 from 4 here and the 3s over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this is a 6 by 8 grid. So it's 14 over 48, which of course cancels down to 7 over 24. So in part C, we want to calculate the mean and the standard deviation of the sample proportion of times a prize is won when 400 tickets are purchased. Well, the mean is just going to be the 7 over 24 that we just calculated. Now for sample proportions, we are going to have a standard deviation, which is P times 1 minus P. So 1 minus 7 over 24 is 17 over 24. And remember, we're doing this 400 times, so we divide by n. So we just need to calculate that. And so I've done that, and you can see that I got 0.02273. At a second event, 400 scratchy tickets are again purchased. If the sample proportion was 0.6 standard deviations from the population proportion, which of course is this, how many prizes were won at the second event? Note they don't tell us whether this is above or below. Therefore, to make sure I get these 3 marks, I'm going to do both. So 7 over 24, add 0.6 standard deviations, times 400, because remember this is the proportion. We need to times it by 400. And let's see what that gives me. So I've typed it in and it gives me 122. And then of course, I need the situation where it was 0.6 standard deviations below. Which is quite easy to do. We'll just go and edit this one. So we'll just change that plus there to a minus. And that gives me 111